What a beautiful Friday here in Colorado, actually Longmont, Colorado, at Cheese Importers. As we ramp up to Road Trip 2021, we're visiting one of our great partners, and Sam from Cheese Importers. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too.
Oh my goodness, this is great. First of all, we're heading out on a road trip. I know you like to go out and do some recreation stuff too. Where's your favorite place in Colorado to camp or hike?
I go up to the Wild Basin up in Rocky Mountain National Park near Allen's Park. It's one of my favorite. It's quiet. It's a little less known. Very damp. Lots of aspens.
Beautiful surround. What's your favorite time of year?
Fall.
Fall?
Fall in Colorado.
Gorgeous in Colorado. Springtime, you can't really.
Springtime, summer. I love snow too, so wintertime. But fall, everybody seems to kind of go back home and leave the mountains to us locals.
Cheese Importers, I told you as I walked in, literally one of my favorite places to go in. There's a lot to take in when you go inside of Cheese Importers, but not just cheese. How would you describe Cheese Importers?
I would describe Cheese Importers as a French country market in the middle of Longmont, right? We have linens, perfumes, we have chocolates, anything and everything that you don't totally need, but you definitely want.
I think we should go in and take a look. Chefs, we're going in. We talked about wholesale business, retail business. This is your retail location?
Yep, this is our retail location. So we serve all Colorado from Aspen down to Denver, north to Greeley, Fort Collins, and south to Colorado Springs via wholesale. And this is our retail kind of outlet, hidden gem here.
Let's go take a look.
Let's see, take a look.
All right. So first of all, you go in here, and this is the back entrance. We're on Main Street right here in Longmont, right? What's the address, Sam?
First and Main, 103 Main Street.
First and Main. How long has this been a family business for you?
God, 1976 is when we were incorporated here in Colorado. And we just moved here in 2012 and converted this great 1931 building that was the original power station for Longmont.
So the setup here, right? I mean, you've got the cash wrap. You've got a lot of sundries. We're doing business here as well here today, Sam.
We are open and busy today.
And you are very busy. So thanks for your time you're spending with us. Okay, we'll just go walk down this aisle real quick.
Yep.
We've got some really cool brands, but Colorado is our thing. You've got some cool Colorado partners as well.
Yes, we are a Colorado family-owned business, still a distributor and a retail store, and so we really hunt down and work with any Colorado producers that we can that want to work with us. We get lots of chocolatiers. Here's a Boulder Chocolate, really great, unique ones that are taking off. Bibamba local sustainable chocolates that are single origin, family owned and operated. That's their cacao farm that he brings in. Got wonderful little honey caramels from up in Steamboat. Yeah.
So literally, you just grab a basket when you're like, I like that, and go shopping.
For sure, I do, and the guests do too. Everybody's just enamored with the selection and the uniqueness of our products.
I'll tell you what, not just beyond chefs, right? I mean, we work with a lot of chefs, but like if you need a gift for somebody, come in here. You will find something for everyone.
That's for sure. We like to think so anyway. That's for sure.
And again, you hear the word Cheese Importers, you're going to see cheese. And boy, you will see some cheese here in just a minute. But I want to go over and showcase this baby right here. This is awesome. Talk about, I mean, I don't even know, how do you source all of this? Are you traveling all over the world all of the time?
You know, we were right now, these last few years, the internet's made everything really small and easy to do. So no, I'm kind of stuck on my seats, but we are trying to get out there and go to the food shows. They're coming back alive here. And so we'll be over in Italy. When is that coming up? End of August, sourcing some new products. We're lucky to be kind of on the page now, and people are finding us and wanting us to carry their products.
I mean, there's a lot of homework that I need to do, but again, take a look at this, Jay. Just grab one of these products and say something cool about them, because your knowledge base is amazing, Sam.
You know, what I always take home is this really great olive oil from Spain. It's an organic, it's super, huge olive oil flavors. It's very meaty with that olive taste to it. Just absolutely wonderful.
I want to get geeky with you sometime and just kind of deep dive on these kind of things. I was watching this, 20 or 60 minute special about actual olive oil police. It was just tasters that there's a black market for olive oil and fake stuff, right?
Oh, there is. Yeah, olive oil. That came out on the news, a few years ago.
Did you see that piece?
Oh, man, it's definitely, everybody's trying to cut the product and make an extra dollar. And so we really, I taste everything. There's not one item on the shelf that I wouldn't feed my family. We meet the producers whenever we can with our traveling and make sure that they're doing the right thing by us. But
this is why you're in good hands when you come to cheese importers.
Yes.
I don't know, what should we look at? I mean, you could just go on forever and a day here, but truly, should we sneak inside of the cooler?
Yeah, let me take you into our cheese room. There's, products from England and Spain that we try and bring in and keep those shelves full for our customers and also for chefs and everybody out there. But yeah, cheese is what we do and what we want to share. So this is our cheese walk-in. It's 2,500 square feet of just cheese gloriousness.
What's the temperature?
We keep it at between 40, 43 at the high end, but that's high. So 40 degrees, it feels really great in the summertime. People love to come in and shop. Samples are going to start to flow here pretty quick again. It's going to be wonderful.
I know it's not a million SKUs, but it sure seems like it.
It feels like it.
Well, how do you, just know the knowledge base on this, how do you dig in and be the best of sourcing cheeses?
God, it's all by taste, right? You have to meet the producers. You have to talk to them about their animal husbandry, what they're doing to be sustainable.
Yes.
The quality of the milk, and it's proven over time. There's some really great programs out there like the American Cheese Society, and so we're partners with them very close. We go for the winners and the gold medals. Plus, it's my own personal taste. I get to taste those cheeses, and if I like it, it goes on my shelf. It's really hard to say no to any cheese. They're all unique and wonderful in their own rights.
Okay, so if we come in here, and this is a lucky opportunity for you, as we're in Cheese Importers with Samm right now, and you come in, and to me, it's like I've got to spend 3 hours in here. But with Samm, let's dissect this together. Section this out to show me where these cheeses are.
So what I try to do here is I break it out by country. I have England, Switzerland, Scandinavia, France. We go into Spain and Italy. For me, looking down, it is like a map of Europe. And then we put the U.S. right in the middle. We've got artisanal cheeses from around the country. We have our very own Colorado shelf, which is next to it. Unique boutique cheddars have their own section. And then we have our Wisconsin kind of commodity cheeses, all the cheddars and Monterey Jacks and so forth for people looking for that.
Okay, in America, best known cheese. Is it American cheese? Come on.
Best known American cheese?
Yeah.
Well, I
cheddar.
guess it would be, but it is cheddar for sure. When people ask me what's my favorite cheese, then I have to go there. I have to say like a nice 2-year raw milk aged cheddar. I love Grafton Village from Vermont. Just fantastic stuff. A little musty, a little bit sharp, but not just super tangy.
How about Francais?
French, Brie is going to be the best well-known cheeses. We're bringing and educating some people on really amazing stuff. I've got this wonderful washed rind sheep's milk cheese called Breber Roos that people are just loving. It's a great introduction to those kind of stinky, smelly cheeses, but it's a little bit milder, so more palatable for everybody. Just absolutely wonderful.
Butters, look at that, fantastic. Norway, what about Norway? What is Norway known for cheese-wise?
Norway is really known for the Jarlsberg, but Gjetost also. Gjetost is a really fun cheese. It's like caramel almost.
Whoa.
Gjetost is made from the whey, so when you make cheese, you heat it up, you add your rennet, separates the fats from the liquids, and so what the Norwegians did is a lot of people will feed that to their animals, but the Norwegians cook it, reduce it down, and they get still some of those fats in there. And it has this really kind of sweet caramely flavor.
How would you eat that? Would you eat that hardened, or would you melt that cheese?
Traditionally, it's kind of like a breakfast deal, but they'll use a cheese plane. They'll slice it really thin, put it on some of that rustic, crusty Norwegian bread, and maybe a little bit of meat on there. Really wonderful. Traditionally, it's goat's milk, but they're making a goat and cow milk combination that's a little bit easier to eat for people.
Is Havarti indigenous to this area?
To not just Norway, but the Danish. Denmark is where Havarti originated.
I love Havarti. And this is dill. Boy, that's a sandwich cheese right there
It's
for me.
about the number one cheese for us to sell out of here.
Really?
It's always moving. Havarti dill. I hear people, I kind of sneak around and listen, and they're like, oh, there's Havarti dill. Yeah, I know that. Let's get that one.
This is so comprehensive. Holland. What about Holland?
Holland, Gouda. Gouda is what Holland's known for. Everybody knows. They know the red wax Gouda up here that's mild and buttery and sweet, but we go all the way up to 4-year-old raw milk Borenkos, which is kind of like a Parmesan, if you will.
Uh-huh.
You can see all the crystals going on in there. I call that calcification.
Hey, let me see. Oh, yeah.
It's like when you get those little crunchy bites is what people call it.
Oh,
in your cheddars and some of those, and it's the salt crystals, the calcium, and the sugar is kind of finding itself as the cheese is wicking away its moisture.
Can I taste cheeses with you sometime, Sam?
Yeah.
Let's sit down and do a cheese board.
Definitely. Cheese boards is what I do best.
That's what you do best?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're rolling into here. Look at all these fondues.
Coming down into our Switzerland section, yes, which is known for fondues, Gruyères, and Emmentaler, those kind of like hearty Swiss cheeses for the winter time, although they go all year long. We just passed by our English section. The English do like cheddar-y type cheeses, but all kinds of wonderful stuff.
And very bold flavors, really.
Yes.
It seems to me anyway, and a lot of the harder, like this Dubliner, boy, that's I want to describe like sharp and crisp with that.
Yeah, I like that. I would say like little caramel notes also, kind of like a little Parmesan-y coming in at the end. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, is Pimento considered a cheese? My mom would like to know that.
So Pimento's put in a cheese.
Yeah.
I do. You may have just seen here, we've got like a southern pimento spread that people do.
Let me see that. Mom, that's coming for you. I'm picking that up for you, Mom. You will love this.
She definitely will. Anybody who knows it loves that.
So,
and we've got, pimento rubbed around on the outside of cheeses. I actually have a cheese called Pimentino, which is what that means.
Now, organic cheeses. That blows my mind. Now, is that the process of the animal also eating organic, or where do you go with that?
Correct.
Sam?
Well, I mean, there's lots of nuances
Sure.
into the rules of labeling.
Yeah.
We won't totally get into deep with that, but yes, it is supposed to be that the animals are also eating organic grain or feed. Yes.
Unbelievable. I mean, we've just cracked the surface here, really, at Cheese Importers. Italy. Parmesan, Italy, right? Oh, we're
Everybody thinks Parmesan when you come to Italy.
Nah.
You can see my shelf is full. I've got Parmesan from La Vaca Rosa, the red-nosed cow. It's going to be a little bit higher in fat, a little bit more intense Parmesan, if you can believe that, on the Reggiano. We've got your Pecorino Romanos, lots of the fresh mozzarella, burrata, I'm sure you're a fan of. If not, you should try it. It's fantastic. Burrata is like a fresh mozzarella with the cream and the curds in the center, a little sweet.
Love it. I love watching it being made as well.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Italy goes on forever with their cheeses, huh?
It does, yeah. Italy's like France, right? Just an insane amount of cheeses, and I'm limited by my shelf space, which is tough.
Keep going up, Sam.
There's not a cheese that I don't want to share with everybody.
That's
pretty
right.
much. There's always a time and a place for it. Yeah.
Now, every good cheese board has accoutrements, and you look around here, and boy, you just go on down the list. What do you like on a cheese board? Tell us your ultimate cheese board.
I put a little cheeses and fruits,
meats and nuts, and
I mean, I love sheep and goat's milk.
Okay.
I do put cows on there, so I'll usually do a good blend of like a milder cheese, a washed rind, something to blue. If I'm going to do blue, I'll put some honey and walnuts on there. Usually the caramelized walnut's really fantastic. I let that honey kind of get down into the blue and mix and recrystallize. It's wonderful.
Is there room for chocolate on a cheese board, Sam?
There is.
Is there?
There is. I don't generally put chocolate, but I have done like chocolate figs on it and something with a little bit more creamier cheeses that match with
olives.
Olives for sure, staple. Yeah. Everybody loves a little green olive. You know, it depends on the party, the time.
Sure.
If it's just me, then I'm doing a little bit of dried fruit. I'm doing cheeses and then baguette that I just tear open.
Oh,
I keep it.
Yes.
I keep it
in
pretty
the oils.
simple.
You're doing vinegar and oil, right?
If calls for it, and the type of cheese, sometimes I'll do
I want it all. You can tell.
Yeah, like a goat cheese with some vinegar drizzled over the top, or some dipping bowls for people to dip in. Yeah.
Dumb question 101. A lot of people say I am either allergic or apprehensive for cow's milk.
Yes.
Is goat milk going to be just as fine? Are you clear with those different types of animals?
I'm clear with the different types of animals. I try to share that with people. Lactose intolerance, I've kind of been able to break down and determine there's about 5 different reasons why people can't process cow's milk. Is it the sugars? Is it the moisture content in the cheese? Is it the actual fat size, the molecules of that? So general rule of thumb is, if you're having trouble with cow's milk, try goat. If you're still having a little trouble, try sheep. Sheep is as close to mother's milk, human mother's milk, as it gets. Besides some other animals we don't make cheese out of. But
I love all cheeses, first of all. And then people say the same thing, but all cheeses don't love me, right?
Yes.
I think something called an Alcat Test was basically 500 of the most common things tested against your blood to see if it causes inflammation.
Yeah.
And cow's milk came back. And I wanted to see, okay, well, does that mean goat? Does that mean sheep?
Yes.
So I think I'm pretty good with those, but you're going to get everything here. Are you a sandwich guy?
Yes.
I love sandwiches too.
Yeah.
What's your go-to on cheese on a sandwich?
I'm out of all the countries, Spain is my home and holds my heart. So I'll do a baguette. I'll do manchego on there, a nice sheep's milk. Usually the raw milk one. Throw some prosciutto, and then I drizzle a little olive oil and balsamic, and just keep it simple and straight like that. Sometimes some caramelized onions or a little kimchi if I want to do something different. But that's my go-to at home.
Roast beef or turkey or chicken?
Roast beef if I was going to do it, yeah.
Real rare, slicely thick.
Rare,
man, that's making me hungry. Partnerships, any like River Bear stuff you carry as well? What are some Colorado partnerships?
Well, I'll take you over. We'll skirt by Italy and Spain here. Pardon.
Excuse us.
I was going to show you our Colorado section here, but you can see this shelf is all of our jarred items from Colorado partners. There's a great lady at Deliciousness Jam, Red Camper Products. She's cooking down and making all of her own jams. She's got a Pueblo chili one that is just fantastic.
I recognize a few of these.
Yeah.
The Real Dill is up here.
Mara, we got Real Dill pickles down here. Local lady out of Netherlands that's really starting to take off that we just carried. She's got some pickled okra and other Brussels sprouts and so forth in there. Vicks from Primo's makes some fantastic jams and accompaniments.
Can I tell you that this is why we love you, man? I mean, seriously, you don't have to support local, but you make a point of it.
Yeah.
You absolutely make a point of it and a focal point of it, and you proudly not only carry their products, but you showcase them with pride as well.
Yes, I would say so. Thanks for recognizing that.
Fantastic.
And a lot of the local products don't compete with those bigger mass-produced jams. I can buy this product kind of from someone else, and I can make more margin and money on it, but we support our local honey guys. I don't take any dollars on that. I'm putting it on the shelf just trying to keep him in business, especially these days. Yeah. So important. So we have a good Colorado cheese scene. It's coming and going,
Talk about it.
It's tough to get milk going in Colorado, right? But we have...
Sam, I'll bake
Haystack.
up a little bit of... I'll bake a chicken breast, keep the skin on there, crisp up that skin, and then I'll throw some of this Haystack right underneath the skin and let it melt on that chicken breast, and it's delicious with a little bit of balsamic vinegar on top, a reduced balsamic. Oh, my goodness.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all. I don't know what you use. Yeah, green chili from Haystack's one of my favorite ones, and I cook a lot of Mexican dishes, so that particular one gets on everything from enchiladas to burritos. And
I'm a big fan of Haystack, but I got to tell you, if you go to some of the larger grocery stores, I don't see that kind of selection.
No. We're lucky because of the wholesale and the retail store that my wholesale feeds us. That's why I can have so many varieties in here for sure.
Did you have meats in here? Any cured meats?
We do. I'll take you over in there. You can see some of the rest of the really great companies. Jumpin' Good Goat Dairy down out of southern Colorado, making just a fantastic variety. Paddleback Beer Cheddar is kind of unique to her. James Ranch is making this wonderful
No
blue
way.
cheese. Yeah, so he's been having a little trouble with aging room and so forth, but his blue cheese is finally back. He makes some other like aged Gouda types. Belfort is what it's called.
You get down to James Ranch very often?
Not, but he's in southern Colorado, so I'm
in
hoping
Durango.
to again. Yeah,
we go down there and visit them on every road trip. So we're coming for you down there in James Ranch. We love it every time. But if you're a sandwich person, they have great sandwiches outdoors. You grab a bench, eat a sandwich. It's perfect. James Ranch. We're gonna have a sandwich with that for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to get out more and more this.
Follow
this
us, Sam.
So I should just jump
in our RV.
Yeah, right. I like doing a little road trip for sure.
Adventurous.
So what we're doing on cured meats down here, wholesale has a lot more opportunity to carry the big chunks and the pieces for our chefs out there and sell it on that level. The retail, we pulled out our slicer. We're still working on getting that back up to get everything out there. So a lot of it is a little bit more prepackaged, but we work with local producer Elevation Meats, who just makes some of the best charcuterie salami styles out there, I think.
I think you're right. I mean, it's just delicious stuff.
It is wonderful. We've got some smoked duck breast in.
Is that an olive bar you have going on here?
So I know we don't want to highlight our stuff, so it's normally in a bar right now for safety reasons and cleanliness. We're keeping everything tubbed up.
Got to do it.
But it's normally in these gorgeous yellow and green bowls from Provence to match our display here. People get to come in. We were doing Olive Bar before Olive Bar was an actual word. We just love to have everybody come in and sample it and taste it, be able to see them instead of having it hidden in a jar. Yeah.
What an amazing business. On board, partners with us for our Road Trip 2021. We're turning 1,600 miles in-state.
That's crazy.
We're not going all the way to the East Coast.
Right.
We're staying right here in Colorado. A big loop. You cover, so talk about wholesale and talk about your distribution and chefs around here. How far do you reach with Cheese Importers?
Probably about as far as you guys are traveling. We do, if we're not delivering it ourselves on our own trucks, then we're shipping it out either a third party who goes or FedEx. We go down to Durango. We were just mentioning Aspen. I mean, God, we're shipping into Wyoming and really covering Colorado on our own trucks from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs,
not easy.
Denver to Aspen. No, and 6 days a week. So
that's commitment.
Yeah,
it really is commitment to your customers. I'd love for people to reach out, and we'll tell you more. Robbie doesn't cover the whole state, does he?
No. Robbie's main sales down in Denver, although he came from the mountains, and so he has a few key accounts that he works with up in Aspen in the Vail area.
What's the best way for inquiries?
Best way to reach us is to pick up the phone. We love touching people in person, but. Anymore, reach us. Cheeseimporters.com is our website. You can hit us up on email, customer service at Cheese Importers. But do give a call or just come in and talk.
Yeah.
We're here. We love touching base with our customers.
That's what a local family business does. I mean, it's direct one-on-one, very customer service based. And of course, you can see it's the best of what they do in the business. I'll tell you what, as we go out, so if we're down in Durango and we're like, okay, we're out of cheese, what do we do?
Yeah, call Cheese Importers. We ship FedEx overnight in Colorado is regular ground, so that's pretty cheap, and it gets there right away. We do a lot of people, especially wintertime when they come in, we ship out raclettes and Gruyere and the fondue mixes down to Durango. We have some guys that come in and get half wheels and so forth. So
what's the website?
Cheeseimporters.com.
Imagine that, cheeseimporters.com. So what we're going to do is be ready and be prepared. So we're traveling the state. You're going to see these products. We're going to cook with them on the RV. We're going to let chefs play around with some stuff. What do you want to send us out with? What do you think? What should we hit the road with?
God, you guys should definitely make a cheese board. We should pick our stuff and make it simple and just knock it together. Yeah.
I love it. And then hopefully maybe you'll join us on Monday in LaSalle for our big bonfire cookout.
I like that.
No promises, but you're so busy. We got to let you get back to work. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Yes, thank you.
I can't tell you how much your time means to us.
Man,
thank you,
that was
Sam.
awesome.
Cool, thanks. This is Cheese Importers. It's in Longmont. It's on Main Street. It's First and Main, right?
First and Main, yeah.
This is it. Colorado business at its finest. Cheese Importers, stop by. If you're a chef or a restaurant, Check him out online and reach him direct. Ask for Sam. He'll answer the phone. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cool. We'll see you down the road. Road Trip 2021 continues. We're heading back to the kitchen, Jay. We've got people to meet there, and then tomorrow we got to pick up some beer for Brews Beers, but we're getting ready. Sunday, we're putting all the stuff in the RV at the kitchen, and then Monday morning we head out. 21 days on the road. That's nice. 3 weeks.
Oh, you got to be so excited.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Stick around. Watch all of our stuff. Check us out online, themoderneater.com. Follow our road trip. We're so glad to have you here with us as we keep connecting Coloradans to our great food and beverage. This is The Stop. It's Cheese Importers. See you down the road.